Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So friends, in this video we will have our discussion on the yearly horoscope, yearly theme for all the Pisces rising natives. So friends, you would have understood the process which I am following for all the rising signs when it comes down to the yearly analysis. That in the last video we already have had our discussion that like how the slow moving planets, the karmic planets are going to be transiting in this year and its impact on all the rising signs. And we already have had our discussion on that based on the Panchang, which planet is going to be the king and the minister of this year. Now in this video friends, we will try to dig deeper into it and we will try to look at the specific dates and months when planets are going to be forming some auspicious yoga, so that if you are a very well planned person, you want to just plan in advance that in this month I will plan to buy a car, in this month I will initiate the apartment or land buying or house construction process, or in this month I will look forward to like expanding my business. So if you know things in advance, so you can take very right and very calculative decision. And yes friends, afterwards if need persist and based on the participation and the request, if I need to make one final comprehensive explanation video, then I will consider that. So okay friends, to start with, first just giving you a quick overview of all of that which we have discussed in the last video, like giving you a synopsis, a revision that how slow moving planets are going to be behaving this year. So friends, Saturn throughout this year is going to be transiting in your first house. Now for the Pisces Lagna natives, Saturn holds a very important portfolio of your gains and losses. So one thing is for sure that in your case, in your life, this could be the year of some major life gains or losses. But we know this thing that in a way Saturn is like doing a balance of our karmas only, and it brings only things which are destined in our prarabdha in this lifetime. So yes, Saturn is ensuring that. But the beauty is that with Saturn's transit in the Uttar Bhadrapada Nakshatra this year, you will be guided well and your life decision will be taken from a place of practicality and maturity and deeper wisdom. Now when we talk about the planet Jupiter, your ascendant lord, it is going to be in a very good dignity friends. Jupiter's transit from the 4th house, from where it will start its journey, is considered as very good for auspicious event in the life. I always say that the occasions for which the whole family get together and everyone is in a mode of celebration and enjoyment and the gala kind of environment is generally seen with Jupiter's influence to your 2nd house, to your 4th house, to your 9th house. So regarding that, it's a very good news. Jupiter's transit to the 5th house will activate your Pur Punya, and I'm telling you friends, a lot of the things which you do not know exist within you, that can come on the surface. The hidden dormant talents, people who are eyeing for like planning for childbirth, that can also happen in your academics, in your studies. This could be time of getting into a college of your choice. And generally I have seen that lucky break happens in the life when like Jupiter is very well placed in the trine houses. And just because friends, it is your ascendant lord, so those lucky breaks will not be random, it will be aligned and connected to your life path. And when Jupiter will transit to the 6th house, then Jupiter is not going to be in that expansive mode, it will start working towards fixing your problems and complexities of the life. Now when we talk about the Rahu and Ketu are very important planets. They are the planet of destiny. People get mistaken when they start connecting Saturn, Jupiter with it. Obviously every planet is giving you something from the past, something which your soul has earned. But Rahu and Ketu have a say of completely hiding things till the right time hasn't come. They can keep things under wraps or hidden. And so friends, in your case, Rahu and Ketu axis is right now and the 6th house. This axis is strong, but the only concern is that Rahu can still function very well in the 12th house, but Ketu in the 6th house could be problematic. But friends, at the around the end of the year, at the end of the year, I would say, when Rahu Ketu will shift the signs, so they will be in a perfect alignment. Like Rahu in the 11th house is considered as very strong, some major, massive, powerful gains, and Ketu in the 5th house again can make you very spiritual, very intuitive. So friends, on this note, now we will look at that some of the important dates when planets are going to be like blessing you. So the very first thing is that, friends, any Vedic astrologer, we generally give a lot of attention to the first day of any auspicious alignment. Like many Vedic astrologers, based on the Chaitra Shukla Pratipada, the Hindu New Year, on that day, whatever the planetary alignment is, they give prediction. Many Vedic astrologers give prediction on the basis of the Mesh Sankranti, like when Sun transit Aries. On that day, looking at the planetary alignments, many astrologers give prediction. So same is the way, friends, on the very first day of the English calendar, on January 1st, if I were to say, your 10th house is going to be very accentuated with the presence of Sun over there, Mars over there, like Mercury, Venus over there. So that is giving us this indication that this year you will have a clear vision for your career goals. High possibility of that. Now friends, moving ahead, now the next important date which you can mark in your calendar is the January 16th. On January 16th, Mars, which happened to be your 2nd lord and the 9th lord, is going to transit to your 11th house and get exalted over there. So Mars exalted, that too conjunct with Sun and the Venus. So that generally tells about some major gains and some big wish fulfillment can happen. So the Pisces Lagna in this regards are very lucky that planets are going to be perfectly aligned right at the beginning of the year only. And again, friends, here I'm talking about, see, wheresoever the 9th lord goes, it's like the blessing is going there. So that means a major development, finding your life purpose, your calling, some big breaks can happen right at the beginning of the year. Very good news. And obviously, it's like Mars is your like 2nd lord. So any auspicious event in the family, major land, property related deals could happen. Some heroic award, like that can also be bestowed upon. Like you passed some competition, you performed very heroic in any situation, and because of which you are being rewarded. So all of that is possible. And just because, friends, in your case, Sun happened to be your 6th lord. So that means win over lawsuit, win over any competitive situation, and being considered for promotion and all. Now friends, on March, in the month of the March 2nd and 11th, these are the 2 dates which are very important for you. On March 2nd, Venus will get exalted in your 1st house. Now friends, I want to be very clear. Venus is not a good planet for you. But again, see, that's where you have to take astrology with a pinch of salt. Planet never lose out on its natural signification. Okay, I can understand that Venus can bring some challenges or slight health concern, but it will give you charm. It will give you magnetism. It will create that yoga and energy of the relationship. If this is what is the pressing issue for you, and especially if you are a male and on a lookout for a wife or partner for yourself. So Venus getting exalted in the 1st house is a very supportive sign. So March 2nd is going to be very supportive. Also, if you're working as a model, actor, you are in a business of the female products, garments and all, so very supportive. And friends, the next event, the date which you have to mark in the calendar for this month is March 11th, when Jupiter will get direct in your 4th house. So friends, you know this thing that whenever a planet is in a retrograde motion, it is working more towards the past promises. So now when the planet will be direct, it will start thinking in the lines of the progressive development, futuristic events, and impacting, influencing the matters of your 4th house. So that in itself means acquisition of property and some, like, because Saturn is already there in your 1st house. So that means mass support is already there. and then when Jupiter in the 4th house of masses will get direct. So if you are connected with politics, activism, social work, so very good news, being considered, being awarded for your contribution, that can happen. So Jupiter direct will also pave path towards some auspicious event in the family life. Again friends, my recommendation to the Pisces Lagna native is that if you live in India and you live in society, and if that is possible for you, like to just call your neighbors and organize like Hanumanji Sundarkand or any part in the house, and then afterwards like proper refreshment, food and all. So do that. It's like any religious gathering, if it will take place in your 4th house, and the kirtan, the sound of the melodious sound of the kirtan, the glory and the names of the gods will bring a lot of blessings in your family. So that shall be considered, friends. Now friends, the next few dates for this year is the April 2nd. You can mark it in the calendar. April 2nd, Mars, which happened to be your 9th lord, will transit your 1st house, and it is going to get conjunct with Sun and the Saturn over there. Now friends, obviously it's not, again, we cannot say that the Mars Saturn conjunction is a energy of explosion, but again, because in your case Mars happened to be your 9th lord, and Mars Saturn in the 1st house, I have seen that in the charts of people who are in the top leadership role. See, when Mars and Saturn are working harmonious, like all of those people who are doing good in the tech realm and who are like very competitive, very fearless, so I would say that this 9th lord's entry in your 1st house will bring many opportunity for you, consideration for important projects, important role. And if during this time you have to write any competitive exam, stars will support you. And anything to do with the land related matters or lawsuit related matters, stars will support you. Health is going to be something which you have to be mindful and you have to watch around this time. So yes friends, so April 2nd, Mars transit 1st house, conjunction with Sun and Saturn, success in lawsuit, attainment of position. After that friends, April 19th, Venus is going to be strengthened in your 3rd house, so which is a good news, where networking will prove out to be very helpful for you. Now friends, the next date which you have to mark in the calendar is the May 11th. On May 11th, Mars will transit to your 2nd house, which is the Aries, its own domain, and it is going to get conjunct with an exalted Sun over there as well. So that in itself tells about auspicious financial opportunities, the feeling of celebration in the family. And obviously friends, if you are doing any of the government projects, so very supportive time. You are a realtor, building material, construction, government funded projects, dealing with the arms, weapons, very supportive time for you. Now friends, June 1st is the next date, very important, when Jupiter will transit to your 5th house and it will get exalted. You will get slight hint from the way it gave you the result or what kind of development happened in your life when in this year 2025 Jupiter was in the Cancer from October 19th till December 5th. So that theme will repeat again in your life. And yes friends, transit of the ascendant lord in the 5th house being exalted, so Pur Punya will activate, and this is something where life in itself surprise you, that you do not know what is lying dormant in your subconsciousness, which will suddenly come on the surface. And when we talk about Jupiter, it's the good karmas, good virtues. Now friends, so yes, June 1st, Jupiter will get exalted and new doors will open for finances and auspicious events. Now friends, after that on July 16th, the next date which you have to mark in your calendar, July 16th, Jupiter Sun conjunction will happen in your 5th house. We know this thing that 5th house is the house of the Pur Punya. Sun happened to be your your 6th lord as well. So that in itself tells about that this is going to be the time when there will be major wins in any of the political situation. Like we generally say, people who contest election, what gets you the public support and the vote. It's not like that people are just there for the freebies and then at the end they will not vote for you. You get the votes because of a strong 5th house. So that means with this entry on July 16th of Sun in your 5th house, conjunction with this Jupiter. This tells about removal of lawsuit and activation of the Purpunya. Now friends, the next date which you have to mark in the calendar is September 18th. On September 18th, Mars will transit to your 5th house. Although as per the language of the planets, it is going to get debilitated, but the debilitation is going to get cancelled because it will be conjunct with an exalted Jupiter in the same house, in the same sign. And I always say, friends, this thing that this Neej Bhang Raj Yoga has got very strong deeper meaning attached to it, because Mars is your second lord as well. Any of those answers which you're not able to find in your family life, any family secrets, any of the concerns of the blockages in the source of income, you have a business, you have a shop, but you don't have any clients, business is not being able to survive. So what could be the root cause? So with this kind of thing, I always say planet Mars is completely weakened and surrendering to the might of the Guru, enlightened teacher right in front of it. So that means you will find the solution. And this could be also the case because in the 5th house it is happening. Any recovery of the lost money, bad debt, childbirth related help if you need, any guidance you need, so you will find that in this period of time. So yes, that is going to be around the time of the September 18th. After that, friends, on October 31st, Jupiter will transit to your 6th house. So Jupiter's transit in the Leo in the 6th house, I already mentioned this thing. It has got more to do with removing the complexities from the life. And for people who have any concerns of the debt, credit, loan, Jupiter will work in that domain. And if you're professionally working as a loan agent, insurance agent, might be beneficial for you. You're working as a doctor, you're working as a nutritionist, as a lawyer, supportive time for those people. And lastly, friends, on December 5th, the major Rahu Ketu shift will happen. And this is going to be the shift which will open many doors for you. Rahu's transit from the 11th house, that too in the Capricorn, is considered as very good. See, even if you will take up the case of right now what is happening for the Aries Lagna. For the Aries Lagna, Rahu is in the 11th house in the Aquarius. But Aquarius still has got this tendency that it might have the wisdom. It might be very philosophical, humanitarian, but not very career oriented. But when we talk about the Capricorn, this is very focused sign which has career, which has status, which has gains in mind. So I would say that this will open new chapter for you. And with Ketu's transit in the 5th house, and again friends, in the month of the November, Jupiter, Ketu are going to be briefly conjunct, like in your 5th house. So that will also be a very harmonious time, like experiencing and heightened interest in the chanting, mantra, devotion to your Ishta Devata, and reaping the reward of that could materialize. So yes friends, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. Once again, thanks a lot for watching this video.